Hey guys, welcome back to PristineZReads. So today I'm going to be reviewing Exile, book number 2 in the Keeper of the Lost City series by Shannon Messenger. So last week I had all my friends who read Keeper with me, and this week I have Hallie with me. So it's just us two, and we're going to be reviewing this together. So let's cut the chit-chat and we'll get straight to it. So this is the no spoiler version. If you would like full in-depth detail, then please check out my super spoiler video. All right, so let's get to the summary. So Exile picks up where Keeper of the Lost Cities left off. Sophie finally thought she was safe. She was spending more time with her awesome friends, juggling her new sessions at Foxfire, the newest being her linguistic session with Lady Cadence, and boy, it's not easy. Her inflicting session with Counselor Bronte is also in the Silver Tower, where the level 8 elite prodigies at Foxfire stay. Sophie knows she should be privileged to attend her sessions at the Silver Tower, but the grumpy Master Leto, the beacon of the Silver Tower, doesn't seem to like her that much. She's also growing closer to Grady and Adeline, helping them get over their grief after losing Jolie. But it turns out Sophie's far from safe. Her life takes a definite turn when she accidentally stumbles across an alicorn. The elves have only ever found one other alicorn, a male, and have lived in the hopes that they might one day find another, and now Sophie has. Her unique telepathy skills give her the opportunity to communicate with the alicorn, or Silveny in her mind. And since she's able to do this, she's given the responsibility of taking care of Silveny and getting her ready for her to move to the sanctuary, the elven animal haven. But taking care of Silveny proves harder than Sophie thought. Silveny only trusts Sophie, not Grady or Adeline or anybody else, and refuses to let anyone else near her except Keefe, who, much to Sophie's annoyance, insists on calling Silveny Glitterbutt because of her shimmery fur, and also the fact that alicorn poop tends to be sparkly. She won't let anybody get close to her, not even Grady or Adeline, and that's making it hard to rehabilitate her. People are out to get her, and Sophie's even found threatening messages and proof of people trying to take her, which include Vika and Timken Hex, the parents of Stina Hex, who unfortunately takes pleasure in bullying and tormenting Sophie at Foxfire whenever she has a chance. Fortunately, Alden intervenes and saves Silveny, but nobody else can figure out the mysterious footprints they found near Silveny's enclosure, not even Sandor, Sophie's goblin bodyguard, who claims nothing can fool his senses. But there is proof that this time the ogres might be involved. Trying to focus on finding the Black Swan again, looking for the elusive Mr. Forkle, rehabilitating Silveny, and keeping up with all her sessions at Foxfire, Sophie is thrown off when Alden asks her to come with him to Exile, the notorious, dangerous, multi-special prison full of madness at the center of the earth. And when things go drastically wrong, Sophie fears she might be malfunctioning. Will she be able to get fixed and straighten out this mess? Or will her possibly broken abilities turn out to have far more terrible consequences than she ever realized? You'll have to find out. So that's it for the summary, and then next Hallie will do all the morals. So take it away, Hallie.
Okay, so Messenger is not a Christian author, but she holds pretty good moral standards. Sophie likes to break the rules a lot, or, well, maybe like isn't the right word, but she has a knack for that. She definitely gets in a lot of trouble attending multiple tribunals, the elven version of court, and other punishments from Grady and safety lectures from Sandor. No other prominent worldview is featured here.
Okay, so as for foul language, there are mentions of people saying some words that would get them in a whole lot of trouble, or I swear, but the former never details any specific words, and the latter goes with the meaning of a solemn promise. That's it for foul language. And next up is violence. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, so there definitely wasn't a whole lot of violence in this book. We only counted 2 major fight scenes, and there wasn't too much detail or graphic description.
Awesome, thanks. So next up is going to be the romance section, and I'll do that. So I think this book still doesn't have as many of the ship moments in the later books, but there is still like a small element of that, and Sophie still has her crush on Fitz, and since Keefe's an empath, whenever he spends time around Sophie. He notices whenever her mood makes sudden shifts when she's around Fitz and loves to tease her mercilessly about the way her emotions shift. It's also pretty obvious, if you read the book, that Dex definitely has a crush on Sophie. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And there's also one other thing that I'm going to be putting in the description. Just check there. Nothing inappropriate. I'm just not talking about it here. All right. That's it for romance. Next up is drugs.
Drugs. Okay. So there was a few points when Elwin, the Elvin doctor guy, had to convince a few people to take sedatives if the situation was getting out of hand or anything like that.
All right. Thanks so much, Hallie. So that's it for the morals. So next up is going to be my rating recommended age level, and then Hallie's going to give hers. So I'm going to rate this one 5 stars. I love this so much. It's only the second in an awesome series. There's like the perfect balance of humor. Honestly, this series would be so dry without Keefe. Danger, action, adventure, and super creative world building. So I'm going to put the age level at 11 plus because of the complexity, and honestly sometimes it's hard for even me to keep up with the crazy story, but the content is certainly suitable for 10. I can honestly read the series over and over again and notice new stuff every time. Highly recommend this for fans of fantasy and action fiction. All right, Hallie.
Okay, so my rating is also 5 stars. Full on, because the books just get even better from here. And like it's like Shannon Messenger like never drops like momentum or anything except for one book that we will talk about that Pristine will review with someone later. But like other than that, all the books are great. I like the detail, and especially how Shannon Messenger like crafted the minds of elves, like how they shatter if like they have too much innocence or like too much non-innocent stuff. It's just like really creative, and I would never have thought about it. I rate this at 10 plus. Like I don't have anything against 11 plus. It's just that I like having like even numbers or like exact numbers and stuff. So it just
What you mean?
Yeah, so 10 plus, that's what it is. Also it's really complex, so I don't think it'll be for like under 10 plus or anything. And like I don't know. Obviously people under 10 can read it. It's okay. And I also recommend it for people who read Harry Potter. They would love this book if they read Harry Potter. So
Yeah, it's weird. Some people think that like Keeper is like a knockoff of Harry Potter, but I mean, like honestly, I don't see that much resemblance.
Exactly. It's not like it's I feel like it kind of relates to Harry Potter in a way, but that's just because of the genre and maybe because of the books. But like it's like a totally different world than Harry Potter in a way. Like it's mostly different.
Mm-hmm. And also, I'm not sure why they like technically on the back of the book it says like ages 8 to 12, and I mean like I think definitely like teenagers and adults can read it too, because like it's definitely complicated enough for the higher level of reading.
Exactly. There shouldn't be a limit to like books that like there shouldn't be like a top age limit. There should just be like on. Like I feel like anyone older than that can read it. Mm-hmm. It's like I feel like sometimes like people think that adults can't read these magical lands or stuff, so they like keep it younger, but really anyone can read it and anyone can expand their imagination.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. All right, so that is pretty much it for the no spoiler review. So I'm going to be putting links to this book in the description below and lots of other fun stuff. Be sure to check there. And thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out our super spoiler review and keep an eye out for the rest of the reviews of the series coming soon. So again, thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Adeline closed her eyes and snapped her fingers, and a small plate filled with 4 pink puffy squares appeared in her hand. Sophie jumped back a step. She wasn't sure she'd ever get used to Adeline's ability as a conjurer to pull things out of thin air, as Adeline held out the plate to her.
Wow, that's so cool. I wish I had that ability to just pull things out of thin air and snap, snap, snap my fingers, and it just goes poof, 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 and all the treats I want are there. And my owners will never know that happened until they open the pantry and then they see all the missing treats. But oh well, I just hope I can have that ability one day, or maybe right now. Wait, I can't even snap my fingers. I don't have fingers. I only have paws. Maybe I can snap my nails. I don't know. Maybe.
I made these chocolate cherry custard bursts for you. I guess I should have given them to you earlier. Thank you, Sophie said, filling the silence when Adeline's voice trailed off. She picked up a piece, surprised when it felt smooth like a hard candy. But it was like biting into a sweet, sticky cloud filled with fudgy chocolate cream and cherry goo. She had to slurp so it wouldn't run down her chin. She thought nothing could ever taste better than mallow melt, but now she wasn't so sure.
Don't eat all the delicious custard bursts! Save some for me! I haven't tasted any yet! I wish I could just snap my fingers and it comes right out of your hands and comes right into my hands so that I can eat all of them. I can just imagine the juice dripping down my chin and looking it all up and eating all the goodness that's inside! Oh man, it's just torture hearing about it.
Grating Adeline laughed as she stuffed the rest of it into her mouth, puffing out her cheeks. They were Jolie's favorite too, Adeline whispered. I guess that's why I don't like to make them. But if you like them, I guess I can do it more often. Sophie could have eaten 1,000 of them, and she was sure she'd crave them every day. But she held up the plate to show the 3 she had left. These are enough.
What? 3 is never enough. I could eat 1,000,000 of them. Like, if I ate one every second, it'd take me only a couple days approximately. Like, imagine if I had, like, a giant plate and then piled high to the ceiling with a custard burst, and I'd just go, snap, and one appears in my paw, and I eat. Snap, paw, eat. Snap, paw, eat. Snap, and just repeat the cycle over and over again until there's no more left, and then I snap, and there's another plate piled to the ceiling, and snap, in my paw, eat it, etc.